May this message reach the one who truly needs it tonight. May these words be a gentle hand upon a weary soul. May every heart that listens feel less alone in the dark. May what is broken find its way toward healing. And may love, in its most profound and quiet form, find its way home. Stop for a moment. Just stop. Whatever you were doing before you found this, whether you were scrolling mindlessly, searching for something you couldn't even name, or simply sitting in that quiet heaviness that follows a long day, something guided your hand. Something moved you here, to this exact moment, to these exact words. And that something has a name. You may call it intuition. You may call it the universe. You may call it God or love or fate. But whatever name you give it, know this with absolute certainty. It is real, it is watching you, and it brought you here on purpose. 'Cause there is a message waiting for you. One that has been traveling toward you for longer than you know. And today, right now, it has finally arrived. Stay with me, please. What I am about to tell you may change the way you see everything. Think back. Not to last week or last month. Go further. Think back to a moment when you were alone, and the silence around you felt like it was breathing. When a song came on and it cracked something open in you that you didn't even know was sealed. When you looked at the sky just for a second, and felt, with no logical explanation, that someone up there was looking back. You dismissed it. Of course you did. That is what we do. We are taught to dismiss the things we cannot measure, the things we cannot explain to someone else over coffee. We call them coincidences. We call them overactive imaginations. But what if they were never coincidences? What if every single time you felt that pull, that warmth in your chest when a stranger smiled at you, that inexplicable peace that came over you during your lowest night, that sudden clarity that arrived like a beam of light through a cracked door? What if all of it was intentional? What if someone has been speaking to you all along, and you have simply not yet learned to hear it? Think about the person who came to mind recently. Unexpectedly. Maybe in a dream. Maybe while you were washing dishes, and suddenly their face was just there. Clear as a photograph. That was not random. Think about the number you keep seeing. The word that keeps appearing. The song. The bird that landed too close. The way. The light fell differently one morning and made you stop and breathe. None of it was random. You have been receiving messages. This is simply the one that is speaking loud enough for you to finally sit down and listen. There is a force in this universe, ancient, patient, and impossibly tender, that has your name written somewhere inside it. I know that might sound too vast to hold. I know that when you are in the middle of pain, real pain, the kind that sits on your chest at 3 in the morning, the idea of a loving universe can feel like a beautiful lie someone tells to make themselves feel better. But consider this. Of all the billions of moments that have ever existed, you are alive in this one. Of all the paths your life could have taken, and there were thousands, millions, the specific road of loss and love and laughter and grief that you have walked brought you to this sentence. Right here. Right now. The mathematics of that are staggering. The odds are incomprehensible. And yet here you are. The angels. And I use that word not to belong to any religion, but to name the unseen intelligence of love that moves through this world. The angels have been assigned to your story. They have walked beside you through the chapters you are most ashamed of. They have witnessed the versions of yourself you tried to hide. They have watched you rebuild yourself in the dark, with no applause, with no audience, with nothing but a quiet and trembling hope that things might one day be different. And they have never once turned away. Right now, as you listen to this, there is a shift occurring. Not outside of you. Inside of you. A door that has been closed for a very long time is being gently, tenderly opened. And on the other side of that door is not a reward. It is not a prize. It is something far more extraordinary. It is yourself. The version of you that existed before the world told you who to be. You have waited. Lord, how you have waited. You waited for someone to choose you. You waited for the break that never came. You waited for your body to stop hurting, for your mind to stop running, for your heart to stop carrying the weight of everything that disappointed you. You became so skilled at waiting that you started to mistake it for living. But waiting is not the same as living. And enduring is not the same as thriving. Here is what is changing right now, in this moment, as these words move through you. The part of you that believed you were not enough, it is loosening its grip. The story you have been telling yourself about why love always leaves, why luck never finds you, why you are somehow excluded from the good things that happen to other people, that story is being gently, firmly rewritten. Not because life suddenly became easy, but because you are finally ready to stop agreeing with a lie. Think of a river that has been dammed for years. The water hasn't disappeared, it has been building, gathering force, waiting for the moment when something shifts and the dam begins to crack. You are that river. Everything you have prayed for, everything you have cried for in the silence of your car, everything you have whispered to the ceiling before sleep, it has not been lost. It has been accumulating, gathering behind a wall that is, right now, beginning to break open. The person you love, or the love you have not yet found, is being moved. Something is happening in their world, or in the space between your worlds, that is drawing what belongs to you back toward you. The blessing you thought had forgotten your address is not lost. It is simply in transit. And the distance it has left to travel is shorter than you think. I need you to hear this next part clearly because this is the part your soul came here for. You are not being punished. You never were. You were being prepared. Every dark season of your life, every closed door, every goodbye that broke you, every morning you weren't sure you could get through, was not evidence that you were forgotten. It was evidence that something greater than your current understanding was at work. Pruning, strengthening, clearing away what was not truly yours so that what is truly yours could finally arrive without obstacle. You have been in preparation. And the preparation is almost complete. Before I leave you with this last word, I want you to do something. I want you to place your hand over your heart. Not as a gesture, truly, physically do it. Feel it beating. Feel the extraordinary, relentless, miraculous rhythm of a body that has carried you through every single hard thing you have ever faced. That heart has broken. Course it has. But it is still beating. Do you understand what that means? It means you survived everything that was meant to stop you. It means that whatever comes next, and something extraordinary is coming next, you have already proven you are strong enough to receive it. The soulmate the universe has been designing for you, in ways you cannot engineer and cannot rush, is closer than they have ever been. Not just romantically. I mean the soul that will recognize yours the way sunrise recognizes the horizon. Inevitably, completely, as if it was always meant to happen exactly this way. And the blessing, the one that is rushing toward you right now, moving through the invisible currents of a world more magical than we allow ourselves to believe, is almost at your door. You don't have to do anything dramatic to receive it. You don't have to be louder or smaller or different than you are. You simply have to stop running from yourself. You simply have to say, quietly, without fanfare, I am ready. That's all. Those 2 words. Spoken not to the ceiling, not to a stranger, but to the deepest, oldest, most knowing part of yourself. Am ready. The angels heard you say it just now. Even if you only thought it. Even if you weren't sure you believed it. They heard the version of you that does believe, the part underneath the fear, underneath the doubt. And they are already moving in response. Go gently now. Go kindly. Take care of yourself the way you would take care of someone you deeply loved, because you deserve exactly that kind of care. And know, with the full weight of everything this message was trying to give you, know that you are not alone. You have never been alone. And whatever tomorrow holds, it holds it for someone who was never, not for a single moment, abandoned by love. The light that lives inside you is the same light that made the stars. And it has never, not once, gone out.